Hey everybody, DGooden24 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to something kind of depressing. If you know me at all or know my channel, you know that I do like Thomas and Friends. Well, more than like, it's been like a huge part of my life and childhood, so it's special, for sure. If you aren't aware, the season 25 trailer for the reboot, reimagining, whatever of Thomas just got released, well, leaked more like, and that's what will be playing in the background. If you want to go find the actual version with sound, you can go find it yourself. They're taking videos down of the full version, so just got to be careful. Anyway, I'm just here to give you my thoughts, my rambling thoughts on it, and why it hurts me. Now, I'm going to get this abundantly out of the way and make it clear. I know this is not meant for me. It's not meant for people my age. It's not meant for the people that liked Thomas years and years ago. I understand it. Totally understand it. I even think it's cute, to be honest. I showed it to my girlfriend and she's like, oh, it's so cute. And I cannot disagree. It's cute, but it's just not good. I mean, it looks like your basic new kids show. I mean, you've got Thomas and all his friends, and they are just going on misadventures and, doing stuff. And it's just so basic and just so sad. So to start off with, Thomas can move on his own. I mean, we've been pretty accustomed to that with the Big World, Big Adventure series with no driver or fireman. And that's okay. It's just how it is. I mean, we've all known that that's the way it was going. But it just kind of defeats the purpose of having a cab and having like a tender for Gordon or anything, because who's going to shovel it? Who's going to put the coal in? They can just kind of run to run, It just kind of irks me just a little bit. Second off, the size of them. I mean, they're all so small. Like, compared to Gordon, they are teeny weeny. You could even fit a person in there anyway. Which means I guess Gordon is going to be the father figure, which is weird, because the first time we ever see Gordon in the TV series is he's just, another engine working on the island, and Thomas brings him as coaches. It's just so strange, and I don't know. It's just, I don't really know if Gordon as the father figure is going to work. Like, I guess I can understand it from a perspective. Gordon could teach him how to be a proper engine, but it's just so weird. I just don't see Gordon as that father figure. He was just a pompous, arrogant train, and I don't know. So after that, we've got the fact that these engines can jump, and they can stretch, and Thomas can literally turn his whole head around and look back. That is very strange, because normally you would see the trains and they'd look to the side and be like, oh, they looked back and can see this, and you'd know they'd never be able to do that, but they didn't turn their whole head around. It's just he's like a dog. He can move his head all sorts of directions. He can jump, he can stretch and twist, and I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it. It's just so off-putting, but that's how it is. None of the trains have side rods on their wheels, and this is kind of a nitpicky thing, but it really bugs me. The side rods were always something I looked at when I would watch the trains go on the series, because it just fascinated me. It was cool looking. You got to see how they worked in motion and how they drove the train forward. And that was just something that always stuck out to me, and now they're just gone. Not even Gordon has them. They're just wheels that go, and I know we're obviously not looking for realism, but it just makes me sad. They've taken he's essentially not a train. He's just a kid that runs on tracks, and which at the point, since he can jump and do all these things, and just being on the rails doesn't seem important, what's the point? I mean... What's the point? There's no point to have them on tracks anymore, especially if they can jump and fly and everything. I don't know if any of the other characters are going to be in it, because we have not seen James or Toby or Henry or Edward. I mean, those were gone to begin with. Or any of the other side characters are gone. I mean, James is one of the most fan favorite characters there is in the series. It's just weird that they're abandoning them. Surely they'll make cameos. You see Emily in the background of one of the shots, so I guess she'll make an appearance, but I don't know if that's just cliche because she's one of the few girl characters on the show. It's weird. They're really trying to push the girl characters forward, which is okay. That's not a bad thing, but I don't think you need to take away popular characters that just happen to be male to do that. You can just include them in more episodes. Every episode doesn't have to be about Thomas, and we'll get into that. So also, they have Diesel as one of Thomas's big friends now, and Diesel is not one of Thomas's friends. They've really been pushing hard in the promotional material and stuff on YouTube to make Diesel one of Thomas's friends, and that's just not accurate. I know he had an episode where he said he was going to be better and do better, but he instantly changed his mind and did other things after that. Diesel is not one of Thomas's friends. He wants to get rid of steam engines. It just doesn't make any sense, and he just looks weird. He's got this big head thing going on where his face is way down on his, or his eyes and nose and mouth are way down on his faceplate, and it just looks like he's got a giant head. It's just so weird and off-putting, and it's funny, but it's just not right. He just looks like one of those annoying kids, and that's probably what his character's going to be. I don't know. It's weird. So after that, we've got Thomas, as in the trailer, the narrator says Thomas is the hero of every story. And that's just one of the big problems I have, because throughout the beginning of the TV show, yes, it was called Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, but many, many episodes were put on different people, different engines. And have an episode about James, Toby, and Henry, or James, Toby, and Percy, or an episode about Percy and Toby, or an episode about Edward and Trevor, or Duck and Oliver, or Gordon and James. Not every episode had Thomas, and now they're saying Thomas is going to be the center and hero of every episode. So we're never going to get an episode about the new character, I don't even remember her name, the new purple train. I don't remember her name, but apparently we may not have an episode fully focused on her. It's just so weird and aggravating. Because, obviously the Reverend Wilbert Audrey would not be pleased about this. And they've just really lost their focus. Who is this for? Is it for babies? It kind of has to be. The 2D animation doesn't even bother me that much. It's just that it's just went so kid-centric. And when I was younger, the thing that I liked about Thomas was that it seemed real. It seemed like the steam engines were real. I honestly, for a while, didn't realize it was models. I didn't think they were real engines, but they didn't seem like model trains to me. They felt so real. So I really don't know. This show has really, this is it. This is probably the end of Thomas and Friends. Because if this flops, and in my opinion, I think it will, what else are they going to do? They've rebooted the series twice now. Are you going to do it a third time? There's no way they're going to go back to the models. I know that the fandom is not who you're marketing for. You're marketing to get kids into Thomas, and that's fine. Kids these days like fast-paced, action-packed things. But I really think if you went back to the old formula and didn't try to teach down to them and just tried to show them trains, it would be a success again. And frankly, it's just sad. It just makes me so sad. I don't really know what else to say on it. I could probably ramble for another 10 minutes, but Thomas just makes me sad. I love it so much. We'll always have the classic series. We'll always have the people now that are making content, and you should just go watch those. I know everybody says it, and my opinion is not valued in the Thomas community, but it just makes me sad. I love Thomas with all my heart, and this just really, really, really hurts. It hurts my soul. But hopefully kids like it, because, I guess the more people that like Thomas, the better, because it means a lot to me and a lot to other people. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.